You know, it meant something to you. No matter what, you had to have that motherfucker. You had to have that motherfucker. You had to have that motherfucker. You just had to have that record. And anybody put a finger on it, man, you go crazy. I love my I remember having to jump over a high school game. Yeah, just to get to the shop before anybody else did. I had to be the first one there, because he had a few copies. And once it's gone, most likely you didn't find him again. It was a completely different thing. You make a copy of that got to you, copy that was happy. And for Commodities, music meant something. It was really like massive. I remember getting home and turning on the sound system, man. There was sparks coming out buttons. I mean, really love the records. You know, it meant something to you. No matter what, you had to have that motherfucking record, you know. You just had to have that record. And everybody put a finger on it. Man, you go crazy. I love my records. I remember having to jump over the high school gate. Yeah, just to get to the shop before anybody else did. You had to be the first one there, because he had a few copies. And once it's gone, most likely you didn't find him again. It was a completely different thing. We make a copy of that got to you, copy that was happy. And for Commodities, music meant something. It was really like massive.
Say what happened, Larry. This is your homework, Larry.
It meant something to you.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. where you had definitely a recovery on all the sectors of the S&P. I think all sectors 1111 were green. But scanning through individual assets, it's really like nothing significant of any kind. It's just the assets that were like completely destroyed on Thursday, Friday. Just caught some bids. No like breakout candles, no reversal candles. Just kind of a joke. I would not read into the move today going up as anything really that great. A lot more stuff needs to be done if you want actual a technical recovery of some sort. Okay, and we'll look at that stuff just starting with Bitcoin because we.
You asked me. I think I just shit my pants. Ah, a marvelous tale to regale. But pray tell, what brings you such misfortune? Did you encounter a demon of the bowel that startled you so? Fear not, for even in the darkest of times, there is a solution to such a soiled predicament. Seek out the nearest lavatory post-haste, and may your journey to cleanliness be swift and odorless.
Wow, Doobie, I'm really sorry that you've come across hard times and that happened to you, you know. So I'm in the chat for Decker Kane coming in with some really sage advice. Thank you. So, you know, we were talking about Bitcoin and how well we were about to. And it's just sideways, man. You can clearly see just above my head, that is like a live chart that is constantly on the stream where you can see it. It's rectangling sideways. Someone could say pinnating, and maybe. I'm not really concerned about it yet. There's such a small amount of data since the impulse that it could morph into something else. They typically do. But for now, just contained and confined within 33,000 and 35,100. And that's it. That's literally it. Very strong, very close to higher prices. Just hasn't happened yet. A little bit of supply up here. Okay. Not worried about it. Hard target, 38, 40K. Whatever happens, as long as the pullback pivots and recovers before we see prices below 26,900, it would end up being the highest low we've seen of 2023. But again, as we discussed yesterday, this is the same impulse. We have not retraced. There has not been any retrace yet to say we have valid Fibonacci of any sort. So we're impulsing, man. You had consolidation, right? Consolidation. All of that was consolidation, and now impulse. When you're in the impulse phase, it's really a lot harder to strategize entries for, you know, and stop losses for trades. So you were in on the 3 rising valleys or some other, you know, technical development on a crypto, or you're not, or you're just FOMOing, and that's okay. You want FOMO, go ahead. Still think there's upside eventually. Just overheated oscillators like the RSI. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. We'll go to the daily. It's really, really close. I mean, like it got, you know, yesterday was the highest daily candle close of the year 2023. It was the highest daily candle close since like May 7th. And then it ended up being like the highest weekly candle close since like May 7th of 2022. And then the weekly was the highest close since April 2022. That's it. Okay, so here you are on the weekly after that phenomenal close yesterday, 24 hours ago. Nothing burger yet, and great, just perfect. Just relax, be patient, and we can wait for the hard target of 38K, 39K, 40K, whatever. Pain is up, more pain's up. Okay, so that's it. Fantastic looking asset right now, and as it consolidates, altcoins, as they always do traditionally, pop off at the mouth or at supports or just randomly. Ethereum, pretty random. Not really. I mean, you know, kind of like just manufactured support from August 17th, held, spring back test, rallied, working on in less than 1 hour. It will be confirmed the highest daily candle close since August 15th. It's talking like over 2 month. What is that? Over two month highs. And again, like really, you're targeting for 1972 eventually if the price stays above 1728 long enough. That's just the way it is. Yesterday there was a daily candle close back above the 200 something moving average, and you're catching some fall through today, which is really nice. So all is well in the Ethereum to United States dollar world. It's not so great in the Ethereum to Bitcoin world. You understand if Bitcoin continues to rally, it's almost a certainty that Ethereum would see 1917 or 1972. If Bitcoin goes and breaks 35K and starts running to those hard targets, 38K, 39K, it's almost certain you see $2,000 on Ethereum. And that means like most altcoins are gonna run. They're gonna ride the coattails of Bitcoin's performance. It's just how it's been, how it always will be. But a lot will underperform, as they have been miserably. Okay, so Ethereum. Okay, let's go to XRP, which is in the stream title, looking fine, just fine, as it had been doing something it had never done, above 54.6 cents. It had never been broken with a candle close. I mean, again, I'm not worried about this. Is literally a news-driven event. SEC won the lawsuit, then the SEC appealed the lawsuit, so it was a wash. It didn't happen. It literally, you just treat it technically like this, like the market's closed. Like just think about it like that. Okay, forget the news, the Rudy poo. So that's what I'm saying. Like, besides that insane catalyst, the price for market participants had never been closing above 54.6 cents until officially the 23rd. And as you can see, kind of like a back test, back up, and then back above the level and catching fall through today. In 44 minutes, it will be the highest daily candle close on XRP since August 16th, just like Ethereum. So Ethereum and XRP are common in that way. And 76-cent target eventually, man. Just wait. I think you get it in time. I don't know how long it'll take, but it's a beautiful. I think you got a real good shot here for higher prices, but that's just my opinion, man. Good at BNB that just riding the coattails, man. Riding the coattails and formally back testing inflection point as support. Look, as you can see, going back. Right, do you see the price action? The swing low, swing low, swing low, a bunch of different swing lows, okay? Price, it had fallen below that before, June 18th, extremely volatile situation. And then it was re-regarded as support a couple times, and that reconfirmed the validity of the area I have pictured. That's the evidence. And then price falls below it. It's sputtering out, just not enough supply, too much demand, and a rally back above the key level. Where this is where someone could strategize an entry on a long if they truly wanted to. I just think, man, if you're going with BNB, man, there's just so many pretty assets out there, or pretty looking structures out there. It's just better than just the bottom of a range failed bearish breakdown. You got like FIL, which just keeps sticking out to me. Like, I pinged patrons before the stream. It's just like, I don't know how you could just look at FIL and not just salivate if you understand the perfect, the holy grail, right? The harmonic and the type 2 return after a colossal breakdown. I love it. I think it's great technically. This is one could play with. Someone could take a shot on it. Your target obviously would be $4.86 to $5. No big deal, man. That's just like another 28 to 30% upside. And who cares about that, man? That's not good enough. Well, you know what happens if buyers are ever able to recapture prices above $5, it's good night. I mean, easy 635. And then you're talking about like the C target, 762 and 944. You could be doubling in price eventually. And it could all start with this. All we look for, it's right here on FIL. Very nice. Well, there are other ones that had similar structural developments. I don't know if I want to spend too much time on crypto. I was doing that yesterday because the stock market was closed. I mean, we do want to kind of look at, we want to keep this stream a little diversified here. Not just the cryptos. We looked at them, right? And look at what we got. Soul pumping, it's like headed towards that 37, 36 target, right? Working on its highest daily candle close since November 2022. All right, okay. Algo here. Well, this is what happens when sellers try and they try and they try and they keep failing. Eventually, the sellers relent and buyers take over, and you're about to achieve the highest daily close since mid-August on Algo, even though it's been a dumpster fire. Mother of God, it's awful. I know. But yeah, some short-term bottoms get put in this way. All right. And there are others that are up, man. Okay, marginally, some up even 3-4%. Not really a big deal. Pretty quiet in crypto outside of XRP and a few others. Okay, cool. TRB pumping, man. What's new? 16% up. It's been killing it, man. And it just has been technically. All right, let's go to the index funds. Let's just look at the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF. All right. Well, here's your pump, dude. Up 1.2%. I guess bear market over. I guess nothing to worry about. That's just not, it doesn't, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of like a testament to all the rallies, whether they were big or not, across the market. Okay, just a little bit of relief came in, man. But still, are you above 420, 426, the key inflection zone? Nah. Have buyers taken out the highs of 436? Not yet, nah. Can you say divergence is developing? You might be able. Mother of God, man. Of course, the controversy. Look at this crap, dude. And it's almost perfect because that's the most optimal RSI. I guess the most optimal way to read divergence on the RSI is when it gets oversold not once but twice. And on the second low, it's oversold, but it's a higher level than the first. So you can definitely start putting in an argument that maybe if we catch any sort of fall through or stall here on the selling, you might be trying to put in some bullish divergence on the RSI, and maybe the MACD histogram. Again, you need a lot more data
Hey Mitch,
here. So
thoughts on Canan Inc. Daily, weekly, holding a critical level 0.0006314 BTC.
Thank you. We can look at Can. I don't know. Can we? Shouldn't you have requested May if you want to look at Can or something? I don't know. I tried. Still, are buyers getting the price back above the 200-day simple moving average yet? No. So it's like, cool story, bro, on your 1% move today, up, but it's literally, it doesn't mean it's meaningless. It could be the beginning, but you need far more data to be able to safely say, oh, we're good, man. We're about to go on the relief rally, a real relief rally. Now we need more days of up. And then there's so many things that have to happen. I just already mentioned them. They haven't happened yet. Okay. I guess we could just like look at the futures. Look into the future, bud. The futures, the Dow Jones Industrial Average futures. Here the daily. I mean, that's a nice bullish engulfing candle confirmed, and there you have it. Just like the S&P, it's there. It's textbook. Holy crap! That's just wild. And then like here, you gotta say, right? I mean, a lower low, then the slightly lower low. You could definitely on the Dow Jones. It's a lot clearer of an argument that could be articulated that a bigger rally could occur here, like a W shape. This is how kind of W shapes develop. They're like dragon patterns in ways, right? Where you've got like a supply line, you got the 2 feet, you got the divergence on the second foot, and that would usher in that C to D wave, right? Where it could maybe, like, dude, again, like, let's get a few more days, but stuff like this happens, and then around the 886 is where it starts rolling over. Okay, and that's just how they work. That's how like these wave structures set up and how they play out time and time again over 100 years plus, something like that. So you're definitely like, it's not unreasonable to think this is potentially developing right now. Okay, so, but we'll see. Just nice day, man. Nice day. Nice engulfing. But will there be follow-through? What happens if you just get a massive bearish engulfing candle today? It was never confirmed with follow-through, so you need that. Okay. NASDAQ. Futures. I'm from the future. And we had already discussed the inverted hammer that is happening at support above the 200-day simple moving average, and that is all we have. Well, today you caught follow-through, so it's a little bit stronger of an argument for the inverted hammer acting as a reversal candle. But, hard to be sold when you're staring into the face of such a beautiful distribution pattern, which is the 3 falling peaks that is still confirmed, right? Remember what is the confirmation line of a 3 falling peaks, 3 falling peaks, a 3 feeks pattern, right? Okay. The confirmation line is always the second valley. Like you always have 3 peaks and 2 valleys. Second valley always lower than the first. These are key characteristics that make it what it is. And the confirmation line is when the price officially breaches that second valley that occurred on the 25th, but not much follow through yet, right? What if you haven't even back tested the confirmation line yet? That could happen. So just, whatever. Okay, you're at support. You have not broken down. It's different than the S&P that is below its levels. NASDAQ still currently trading above it. Okay. Cool story, bro. I know. The IWM, well, not near as robust of a day. Where you were up 0.56% yesterday. You're looking into a new day because it's live right now because it's open. Okay, but remember what happened on Friday, the lowest daily candle close since October 2020, taking out the lows from June 2022, September, October 2022, very bad, but still floating above 1640, which is that low right there from June. You're above it by the grace of God, barely. Still, just doesn't really look as great maybe as the S&P or the NASDAQ or Dow Jones. It's the worst, man. It's the worst performer by far, and it's not even close. Remember, over 1/3 of these companies do not make money. It's just a reality. It's just a stat. It's just something that is what it is. So you can imagine if more selling occurs, I can't be surprised. And a target is minimum 1612, then 1455 after that. These supports back from 2018 and 19, and then even 2020 was re-regarded as support before going higher. This looks garbage, man. Terrible. Okay, as we continue across the markets. Well, hold on. Let's just stay here in the stock world and look at Tesla, that had its lowest daily candle close confirmed since May 25th. That's bad. Not as bad as it is on some assets out there. Talking about multi-year, decade, 15-year all-time lows, right? Relatively mild, but nevertheless, drawing down still. Target 180, 182. If you look left, you can understand. These lines aren't jokes. I plot them based on history, the history of the price action, the pivots, the inflection that occurs there. And then when those levels are manufactured for the first time ever, oftentimes in the future, they will be re-regarded as key inflection points. So that is what seems like you broke 205, 209. You've broken it today, not yesterday. And now it looks like you're headed just for the next level. And that's okay. 180, 182 targets. You're a little oversold, but there's no edge. Nothing implying that the sellers are exhausted here. Hey, it's Ryan Summers, man. The heck? I'm just waiting for it to do its thing, man. I don't know. The internet, I can't wait. Well, you know what happened? I got pinged today at the Stream Elements community. Stream Elements was down about an hour and a half before the stream, so it was like, there it is. Sweet.
Ryan
Let's go,
Silver
Leroy
super
Jenkins.
chatted $50. Mitch, keep up the great work.
Thank you again, Ryan. Much love. Hype in the chat for Ryan. Okay. Hype in the chat. Let's go to Ford Motor Company. Seriously, Ryan, thank you. That was down almost 2% today. Officially closed at its lowest price since January 2021, excuse me. And it looks like you're headed for 883. 883, which is a big level back from yesteryear. Yeah, you can see 2008, 7. You're kind of like, it's kind of maybe a zone like 920 to 883. Ah, yeah. And then some big, oh yeah, man. 1987 peak, you're below it. And look at all these. Yeah, you're below all these major levels from 87 and 88. I think that's super bad. That's like really, really bad, man. I would never want to see an asset below its most historical ancient peaks ever. So yeah, and you can imagine, right? You could all imagine like 886s make perfect sense in the situation. So a drawdown to probably like 550. That's in the cards. Something like this, you know. Let's go to GM. Not Good Morning, but General Motors. That's trying to compete with Ford and getting wrecked. But actually, if you could even believe it, closed up today 0.51%. And actually closed higher than the close we saw on Friday. But and still is like in this inflection zone, 2650.
Hey Mitch, love your
bucks.
stream.
What's up, big?
Just wanted to say thank you for everything. I've still got so much to learn in trading, but your help has been invaluable. Could you please take a look at him if you get a chance? Cheers, bro.
Dang, big man. That's really nice, man. Thank you so much, dude, for the feedback. It is day making stuff when someone tells me that the thing I guess I'm teaching here is helping you, okay, in an invaluable way. That's, don't make me cry, dude. Tears of joy. Thank you, dude. Feedback's awesome, man. Okay. This is Australian, mate. Be careful over there, okay? A lot of things that can kill you. We have anti-kill you stuff. All right. So the car companies got wrecked. What does it say? Yeah, tech bounce. Yeah, like AMD. Well, I don't understand. Like I read AMD was up, but it wasn't. It didn't do crap, and I don't really feel good about this one. I mean, you might get lucky here. See, the problem is on the slightly lower low, you have bearish convergence. You don't have divergence. You don't have seller exhaustion implied at the support anymore. So it makes me feel some type of way. It doesn't look as great as it could have been. I would have loved 97.90 to be defended. You're back in the wedge. I'm just kind of not feeling too great here. And then you look at NVIDIA. Here's its bounce, by the way, right? Just bouncing to test the neckline of the slanted head and shoulders pattern, like pretty much formally as resistance. Let's make this pinpoint. Yeah, that's it right there. That's a bearish back test for the first time, right? You had a formal bearish breakdown to confirm the validity of the slanted head and shoulders on the 26th of October. Friday was just kind of a down day. It was up. It closed higher than the day before, nothing. And then today was the back test, right? So if this is real, because it may not. I mean, like they tested and it could break upward, but I'm just saying, like, right, the psychology of the back test, the market participants now have the confirmation they need to say this is valid. This old support neckline that was regarded as support where buyers would come in is now flipped to where sellers come in. A demand line flips to supply line. And normally, if it's valid, you see major markdown after this event that has occurred today. What's up, Jay? Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, Owen's Semiconductor had earnings and they got obliterated. I think their numbers were good, but their guidance for the Q4 was miserable. Look at this. You can't tell me it was like looking good before any of this happened. Get out of here, man. It was showing the whole same old like distribution stuff, slightly lower. Like you couldn't have, if you were true to the TA, right? And you believed in the price action, you understood it, you wouldn't be owning this stuff leading into earnings. This looked terrible. So, okay, just kind of turned out the way it looked. I'm just like, this channel here is pretty insane, right? Going back, demand line March 2020, and then another test July 2022. Look, my God, you're just at it now. Good luck, Owen. But yeah, it's been Semiconductor's been killing it. Sure. Other semiconductors, man. I mean, there are a couple. I don't know. Like they were up today. We can just real quick look at like Apple. Get your vegetables and your fruits in, so you don't get sick. Get some calories. Apple. Chomp chomp. Was up 1.23% today, but all I see is a formal bearish back test of the 200-day simple moving average again. I see an unfilled gap. This joke that means like if it's an everyday gap, there's an extremely high probability of it filling soon. After hours, Apple is trading down 0.25%. So the three falling peaks structure, I guess you're back above the confirmation line for now, like a fruit fly. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, oh yeah, things were up today, but like, look at the candles, look at the chart. These are meaningless green candles today. They don't represent anything. So you just can't be sold on it. You kind of got to stick to, things don't look good still. Someone is quietly offloading their position over the course of 80, 90 days. Okay. Google, remember when it got smashed? Oh wow, my God, dude! Like I had it like anchored 1 and 2 and 3 on the top, just 1 on the bottom, and like somehow I don't know. I would never use this to trade or anything. Like a channel like this, just again remember, sometimes I'm using these parallel channel tools to just conceptualize the trend we are in, which has been up. So yeah, it had a bounce today. Went for a gap fill. It looks like it filled 125.30, the gap from October 25th. Cool. Okay. That is it. So here's the problem with Google. You just really don't know, but there kind of is the key characteristic of a breakaway gap, right? Like you have 3 different gaps. The everyday gap, 70% chance really of a gap fill soon. It's meaningless. Then you have the exhaustive gap that happens at the tail end of a huge rally on high volume, but not very high volume. And that gap fills, and that normally concludes an entire parabolic run, exhaustive gap. And then you've got the breakaway gap, which is the most formidable, where it's extremely high volume and a huge disparity in price. This was a huge disparity in price and a huge spike in volume. So this is potentially a breakaway gap. And what happens after the breakaway gap? You do not fill the gap anytime soon. Some major player got out hard, and it would require a tremendous amount of bids to push the price back up to that level. So like, we'll see. Okay, so just pay attention to, this is like the most recent event that has occurred on Google, the potential breakaway gap. That means not good. Could be, the fun could be over, the party could be over. Nearing like almost an 886 retrace from the all-time high back in 2021. Oh, mother of God, Apple earnings on Thursday. Wow. All right, so let's just real quick, we got to get it out of the way, man. I know the orange juice bros are losing their effing minds. They're rioting because I haven't looked at it yet, but here it is. We got to get some Jesus chimes for frozen concentrate orange juice future A. Juice A futures. All-time highs. And for the first time in human civilization, a candle close above $400. Remember how it was a joke? We had that major 2618 fib extension. It's becoming more and more like not a joke every day. That is $448.25. And 420, you know, for
Is that a joint?
Cushion orange juice, Wiz Khalifa gonna be coming out of, you know, be remaking songs. Gonna do a rehash. Wow, that will be like some sort of very historical day when orange juice futures hits $420 and you cushion orange juice. Wow. All right. That's kind of like your big story on commodities today. Seafood futures was up too. My God, dude. I mean, you got to be kidding me. This is like kind of like a bottom structure here. Failure. Like, I mean, like the spring, the back test of spring, brilliant. Huge rally, sell off, higher lows than the previous lows, you know, another rally, ears chopping, but then like the buyers defending these levels still. And now look at that. What happened? Oh my God, dude, October 23rd. Could somebody tell me what Japanese candlestick reversal pattern was this? Wait, I think we looked at one earlier in the stream. What is this? That's right. We got some answers coming in. The inverted hammer. That's right. Inverted hammer with the follow through on the next day and valid rally occurring. Remember, anytime you're looking to identify Japanese candlestick patterns, you're normally looking for them on the daily. And almost vitally, they need to be at an inflection point after a drawdown. Right? That's like just your probability is just higher of them playing out or being real when they're at or near an inflection point. At this point, like, dang, man, it was so close. You know, they got what a front run, too much demand. But remember, if this is real, like, think about it. This is a slightly higher low than the low we saw in July, which matches the low from November 2022. But all of them, each one of those lows is higher than the low we saw in October 2022. So looks like there's some accumulation going on down there. It could be a Wyckoff accumulation going on, but we'll see. It's all happening at a good level after a crash too. That's what, again, after the crash. All right, there's a higher probability of what we're maybe being a Wyckoff accumulation, as if it was like we were trying to identify accumulation or something up here, and it's probably not real. You know, look at the lower high on seafood gets put in. I remember that. I'll never forget that. It was absolutely brilliant. Look at this. I mean, you cannot make up price action. This is a traditional market. Dude, this is like we're looking at Greg seafood. The whole purpose of this stream is to like we're going to do market updates, you know, requests, but education centric, man. Price action. You can make so much money just identifying price action correlation to historical levels. The high from 2020 before the COVID crash. Look what happens, man. The buyers tried after a huge run and failed. They tried again. It was confirmed that they tried and failed. And then a sell-off back below the key inflection point. But then the formal, so that's called the up thrust. These are two up thrusts. This is the back test of up thrust. And that is the signal for the short. Just as if we flip the chart over and we hit the lows. The sellers tried once and failed, 2 times and failed. Whoa, it was confirmed they failed. And then a spring, and then the back test of spring. That is the signal for the long. And as you can see, the price action that occurred after. Just go back to the streams. I mean, if you're just like, oh, this hindsight, it's like, bro, I'm live streaming every day, just about. Go back to the August, July levels when I'm analyzing 0GW8, and this was discussed. We were talking about this stuff. So it's just like, it's not my fault you weren't here when this was actually happening, because I was. Just like here too, spring back test November 2020. Go to the streams. Just go back and look for 0GW8 analysis. It was discussed. Okay. So education, man, learn these things because they can change your life financially if you're an actual trader. Okay, so let's look at gold real quick. Hey, it's gold, dude. Just V-shaped and just, you know, after the beautiful Friday close at its highest level since May, a little pullback hangover today. Just kind of pulled a Bitcoin, didn't do much of anything. Still right around overbought, but not like 69. That's a good number. Just still trading below $2,000. I mean, above 1963 long enough. You have a target of 2075. That is the resistance. That's the next one, man. But you just don't know after a V shape like that. Oftentimes you get a pullback. Any low that gets put in higher than this October 5th low, I mean, is fine. Like that's momentum shifting back to buyers because the momentum was in the hands of the sellers. And it had been that way since like mid to late May. The sellers were in control of the gold chart. And they still might be in a way, right? I'm just saying, like, right? Don't we always want to see, like, if you put in your lowest low, isn't it always prudent to wait or want to see a higher low than that lowest low get put in, just to kind of confirm, oh yeah, we're seeing accumulation here. All right, so like, oh yeah, we got a pullback like this. I would feel a lot better about the gold chart just because I want to see that data. That means like higher prices, higher lows, meaning what? Accumulation, reaccumulation, more than before. All right, less risky. Kind of high risk when, like, are you going to long now after a V shape like that? That's kind of tough, man. It was very similar to, I guess, what you saw in March. Anyway, so yeah, commodities, man, pretty quiet today.
Saudi BP was a nice chart.
Was it Eric Cartman? Thank you, dude. Oh my God, dude. Wow, that's crazy. Did do it? Wow. Yep. So as of Friday, I didn't know this. As of Friday, officially, gold to the Great Britain pound hit its highest close ever. Not just as high its close ever, its highest price intraday ever. So all-time highs on gold to the GBP. I saw it all right, make sure you got your gold out there. All right, bruv. Yeah, what a trend, man. What a trend. Win Bitcoin all-time high to Great Britain pound. Win, you know. That's a lot of shoot, man. That's awesome, dude. Okay, we had a request, didn't we, or something like that? Let me see here. Let me check my notes. Again, man, this is just the calm before the storm, right? As we all know what's going on in the world, today was a Rudy Poo joke day. Look at the chart above us, man. We all know. We're all waiting on the edge of our seats, the balls of our feet. I fear the party might just be in the morning, though, right? I mean, like, we've been getting a lot of that, haven't we? Where Bitcoin's pumping either before the New York Stock Exchange open or during the morning session, right? It's normally not happening with Asia now, right? I mean, like, that hasn't happened in a long time, really. The high majority of all the hash rate is in America now, if you don't know. All right, so request, was it, he said, Canan for BTC UTXO. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Jonathan, how do you feel about everything going on in the world, man? What do you think about the TLT and record levels of call options on the TLT? That means a record level of people are leveraging and declaring that they are saying that they think the bottom on the 20-year Treasury bond is in. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
I like turtles.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Astute analysis as always. Oh man, I don't know what we would do with you. You know, I don't know what we do without you, man. Like, for real, that's incredible. We have a genius of our time, and his name's Jonathan Nation. Hi in the chat. You know what's hilarious about Total? Working on the highest daily candle close since June 6th in 11 minutes and 24 seconds. Remember,
It's time for Power Hour.
we are in Power Hour right now for crypto. The daily candle close is nigh. So it wasn't really Bitcoin today. It looks like the altcoins catching up a little bit, propagating this ever slightly higher than yesterday. But let us go to that request for Canan. Isn't that cannabis stock? Remember Canan? Like they got so high. They were like, bro, so like our company did. No, it's Semiconductor. Dang it, man. I was gonna be like, okay, look, too many. Look, there's thousands of assets out there. Okay, but it was like I was gonna be like, okay, man, they got like really high at the board meeting. They're like, bro, okay, our name, like all we need like one more A in our name, dude. Okay, we're Canan now, but we're gonna like really be good if we put one more A, and we're like Canan. Anyway, all right, it didn't work out though. It just didn't make sense.
Since we started out on Bitcom.
Sorry, but yeah, this is incredible. Actually, this is like shortening of thrust behavior, like where you sell off and then rally, and then you sell off. The sellers at the same level, demand, and another huge rally, then a sell off again, a slightly lower low than these lows, and an utter failure from the sellers. Like the sellers broke this thing. Like BNB, they broke the supports. And they failed, not once, but twice by the looks of it. But you would really look at it like this, like where it's like triple bottoming. Like you have like some sort of major triple bottom coming in. Like 1 and 2 and then 3. Yeah, man. It's kind of unfortunate how it all played out, right? Where it gapped up, and it's a joke gap. It's not really like a gap that is meaningful. It's not a breakaway gap. It's not an exhaustive gap. If it was an exhaustive gap, it'd be on the bottom side, right? And then that's just not happening. So yeah, there's an unfilled gap around probably like 170. So, okay, I'll tell you this, okay? If you wanted to strategize this for an entry, and you were like, I want to be really conservative and prudent here. Dang, man. Like, you could just... I would even declare that as part of the zone, all right? Lowest candle close ever, and a bunch of price action. You can see the candle low closes and the wicks. It's like that. That's it. So we make like this the zone of inflection. This is a good song, man. Holy crap. Let's turn this up. Pretty chill. So like if we could get some sort of like price action where maybe if we were lucky enough, we would get something like this. That would be the signal. Right, you've just put in your lowest level of all time. That's just normally not like the best environment to like, okay, I'm going long. I add a support from history. Wouldn't it be a lot better where it's like, man, like buyers just reconfirm the validity of the old all-time low as support again. And maybe a gap fill area. Like, right, I mean, that would be phenomenal. And that's what I would want if I was going to take a shot on Canan Semiconductors. I'm not saying you can't go long out $2 after a 6% up day almost. But, again, it's like just if you let the price come to you, you'd get the best entry with the easiest way to strategize the stop loss and the highest upside potential. If you let what I just showed you, like the potential spring back test. You've sprung. Okay, we have a confirmed spring. Now we need the spring back test. That's what we'll be looking for on Canan. All you need is a couple bad days on NVIDIA and the semiconductors, the stocks, right? And probably get it. So, but yeah, like brilliant request just based on that, all this stuff that we're talking about. Good request, man. All right? Terrible trend. But yeah, it does look like maybe some utter failures from these sellers here. Maybe a floor is getting put in. All right, Adam for big. He wants to see Adam. I thought we looked at Adam. Yeah, we did. No, Adam. We looked at Algo. Sorry. Well, Adam did that thing, man, where it like broke historical support from 2019, but then came down. What did it do? I mean, it really hit like a 90%, 95% retrace from the June low to high. I mean, like it was phenomenal, right? It was like put on a, I don't know, dude. It was like beautiful. It was like, oh, hey, man, look, it's a descending triangle. And look at the weak performance, and then the test of the 200-day moving average, and the fact that these pathetic buyers can't even test the supply line of this distribution structure again. And it broke down, and it hit the measured move within a week or less. And then a rally, and then a lower high in the previous side. It's a garbage trend. And then your lowest low put in since June of last year, over a year, right? But then, yeah, like, sometimes it happens like that, where this wasn't really a great looking like setup or anything. The trend was terrible. There was no like level being defended by buyers. Like, you're looking always for that spring, that back test of spring, man. You're always looking for levels from history to be re-regarded as support, not them fall below those supports, which I showed you, right? They fell below those supports and then rally. I mean, it's like, that's just not, it's a less safe trade. So yeah, like, congratulations. Look, a little hammer here. Little hammer, Morningstar stuff. Yeah, okay. It actually played out, didn't it? Incredible engulfing candle after, and then number go up. So it's kind of like a double bottom. That's 850 is a target here. Like, that's the next inflection point. Like 850 to 885. And then above that, that's where you start talking. I mean, it's like one at a time, 1030. But yeah, historically above 885, that's the big one, right? Straight up and down, up and down, up and down, over and over and over again, right? So you're below that level. So if you get back above that level, that's, again, like where, hey, man, we're chopping around, but then we break it, okay? And then we back test it as support. That's when you're looking for, like, hey, man, things could be turning around for Adam. But those things just haven't happened yet. You need a lot more data. Because this it's just a lower high and dumps again later after testing resistance as resistance. Great. Not big. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That was like the only request, man. It's kind of like, again, we're all waiting for the one above, which we all know. I mean, we're all pretty confident in what's happening. It's just soon. Okay, moon soon. Based on everything that's kind of going on, all right, with the data we have, it's like high probability of moon soon. And yeah, on the tail end here, without a doubt, there truly was some really nice looking bullish divergence. That happens, man. Like, dude, again, wow, you've just been drawing down forever, chopping around forever. You're just hitting the lowest levels in over a year.
Mitch, have you had a look at Litecoin? UK BST changes are messing up the stream times. I'm not sure if you've already gone over it. Is it a 3 rising valley pattern can be easily seen hourly chart?
Thank you, dude. No, we can look at that, and sorry about the time changes and stuff. I can't remember, chat. We are about to be in the month where didn't like lawmakers change daylight savings time to where it won't happen again? Where it's like over? It's over, dude, right? Will we experience it this year for the first time since World War II? Or not experience it or whatever? Let's go to it. Litecoin, yeah. Litecoin, remember what we talked about yesterday on stream. Remember the spring. But well, first the higher low. But then the spring back test. The things that I've been talking about on stream today, right? The things that we didn't have, but we're looking for them. And if they don't happen, so be it. That will be done. But if they happen, could be actionable for a trade. Easy to strategize. Entry, tight stop loss, equitable take profits. Litecoin, as discussed, not just a higher low than the previous low. So that's a very subtle form of accumulation from somebody, and then a level from history that we know that is so important. It cannot be denied or argued with. It's indubitable. Okay? Too many times from history, it's been it. It's being re-regarded as support. So the validity of this area from history that was once support or resistance is now support. So the target's $84. That's it. Discussed yesterday, like this, that, like it's up 0.58%. You know, yesterday it was whatever. Yeah, this is where someone could take an entry. I even did the risk reward tool. I used it here on stream, live. Entry, stop loss below 65.76 marginally, and then target $84, and that's it. If you wanted a second target, easily going to be like $100, $100, $99.99. How about we do that? That's it. So it's great. It's actually like showing something promising. And even if it fails, you take on the least amount of losses you possibly could as a conservative trader. Yeah. Right. And you know why, right? Because if your stop loss gets triggered below 65.70 or whatever, somewhere below that, that means that your whole argument is invalid because you are trading the spring back test that has already successfully happened, and it occurred the date of October 27th. If you're getting stopped out, that was never valid. That wasn't real. But if this is real, substantial upside, there's your Jesus chimes. The daily candle has closed. It is official, chat. It is official. Total market cap, highest daily candle close of the year of 2023. Highest daily candle close since June of 2022. That's confirmed. That is beautiful. Can we please get some?
See what happens, Larry? Look here. Look, listen.
I just felt like streaming.
All right, so new day is upon us. New 12-hour candle is upon us. The request has been formally analyzed. It has been fulfilled. The request has been fulfilled. Daily candle on Bitcoin, disappointingly not your highest candle close of the year. That was yesterday. Today was a Rudy Poo Nothing Burger day, which is fine. Some of the altcoins got to bask in the sun, but please do not forget, it is still the Bitcoin show. It's still the Bitcoin show. Oh my God, is that a 3? Yeah, well, you know, falling 3 methods. Okay, first off, falling 3 methods are Japanese candlestick continuation patterns. I'm sorry, Larry, it's not. There is no continuation. So you're gonna try to say it's a? I don't think I've ever seen a falling 3 methods reversal pattern, but it is pretty cool to see it. It's literally there. I mean, like if you cut out the context, bro, that's it, man. Bro, that's a falling 3 methods pattern. Pretty cool. What does it mean? Why did they paint this? It's so rare too, right? I mean, on big one dominance. Okay. We haven't seen negative momentum on this since October 1st, so we're about to be in November. It is now officially Halloween Universal time in Greenwich. And I'll just be straight up with you, Chad. I don't have plans for Halloween this year. I'm like mentally, creatively, physically exhausted. Right? I got like the new trainer now, the new diet regimen, all that stuff. It's been really shocking to my body and system. Traveling, being sick, like really sick, you know. And then the 1929 stream, the spaceship stream, the 80s and 90s stream, also like teed up together, close together in a short period of time. It's all just kind of like wrecked me. So it's like, man, like, whoa, and I can't even think of like a Halloween, you know. I was thinking about like, I don't know. Like, because the problem is it's not just, oh, you're going to be like you're just going to sit here in a bear suit. My ideas for Halloween have been like in-depth, complex 3D levels, right? Like the Bitcoin night and the battle scene. Some of y'all have never seen that before. and then the composite operator, who is also Mikhail from the Truman Show, and then the chairman of the Debt Star, which I'm Jerome Powell and Emperor Palpatine at the same time. I mean, like, that's complex, and I can't, like, that takes. I'm exhausted, man. All I'm gonna say, man. I've been the whole flat, March to before now, like, it's been flat. It's been really, like, that's been tough too. So it's just been a lot, man. Been a lot for the streamer, not for the trader. It's actually been kind of rough for, the trader, because the lack of movement, in the summer, but. Yeah, 1929 or whatever. It's like, be Jim Cramer. Yeah, I don't have, like, any of that. I'd have to, like, shave my head. I don't really feel like shaving my head, man. Sorry, dude. It's almost unfathomable here, chat. This is, like, insane. Do you understand traditional technical analysis on ZRX in the weekly? Look at it. First off, is a daily trade setup. Yeah, no, I'm muted. Brad, sorry. Trade setup, right? And then 2 or 3 targets hit, and that was it. And, like, in June, it came back below the stop loss, right? And then it's like, okay, then the buyers keep defending it. And then look what happened. Oh, my God. Chat, please. Again, could someone tell me what this weekly Japanese candlestick pattern is on ZRX? Yeah, it could just be a piece of bread. Just like, hey, man, look, dude, I'm wiped out. Let me just be a piece of bread. Okay, for Halloween. That's right. Inverted hammer. Again. Not on the daily like we had identified. The other one, this is on the weekly. And what happened? The follow-through candle next week, and then look at you now. Every week green. And you're currently trading, as I'm speaking to you, at your highest level since April 17th. This could be something massive. Excuse me. Where you could see one low, then the second low, then confirmed second low, right? Like, this almost reminds me, okay? Think about like this, all right? Just hear me out. This is just the way my brain works sometimes with these. Look at this. And then I'm going to go to the monthly. And then I'm going to go to Ethereum. And I'm going to go back. I mean, that's just kind of what it reminds me of. Instead of an 886, Ethereum saw, or ZRX saw 100%. Yeah, I think ZRX has got the situation going on, and it's 100%, not 886. It just means there was no accumulation, and that's fine. Whatever. Excuse me. Monthly, dude, on the monthly, look how spectacular this is. This is crazy on the monthly, right? That's the bottom. That's your bottom dollar. I mean, your monthly target, you're looking probably like 34.5 cents. But just imagine, man, the sky is the limit. Max upside potential, minimum downside potential at this point on this one, right? Probably that way for many others. Well, we just know, right? Looking at this, how does this happen? How is the TA respected in the situation on the monthly for 0x? It just means that all it means is Bitcoin is going way higher in price from where it is right now. That's because 0x the TA cannot be respected on this S coin without Bitcoin going to 40K and beyond. It just can't. How's 0x going to moon from here with Bitcoin drawing down, hitting 31K, 25K, 20K, 15, 10K? There's no way this would play out. But as we've already looked at on the weekly, the insane levels of confirmation we have received here. It is a work of art. Yeah, it's beautiful. What is going on, dude? I feel like I'm in Dubai or something. Hello? You take me down to the bazaar, man. Is this halal? No, it's haram. Sorry. All right, dude. Been a good hour. I've been live. I don't know. We've kind of gone across the markets, being updated on the things that are, the things that were, the things that have not yet come to pass. Dang, man. Ugh. Coffee is a heck of a drug, but because it opens my brain up to say stupid things like that. But then it's like, oh man, then I'm like, I got sleep problems. I got like staying up too late, you know. But anyway, I think we are in good shape here on Bitcoin, which is what we're all waiting for. Hopefully you allocated properly on the accumulation structure. If you didn't, hopefully you bought Bitcoin Cash or an altcoin or XRP. Come on, man. It's not, you can't say there hasn't been like traditional technical analysis at least showing opportunity. You can't say that. Because I'm as sick as a dog in New York City plotting it out. And the hidden bullish divergence on the 12-hour on the third valley, which how many times have we seen that? That is the Wombo combo cheat code. If you have hidden bullish divergence on the third valley, look out. IBRX, doobie? All right, all right. All right. Just waiting for it to play it. But yeah, might as well just do it. All right. Immunity bio? I thought I said immunity, bro. Immunity, bro. Well, there's not much really to look at here, right? It's kind of over now. Yeah, so we would look at this and say, all right, congratulations on an all-time low double bottom. Wow, that's great, dude. You know, this happens. Hey, it's the same thing, right? Like 0x. You know, it's all like this is one low, this is all the second low on the weekly, but then it's like on the 12-hour daily, you see like two lows confirming there. All we can do on this is hindsight. Like, what else can I do? Like, there's no actionable entry of any sort here. I would say we would even plot it like this. If you really go with the candle closes and the wicks. Yeah. Do it like that. So one low, the second low. So you have double bottom at key supports. First time, no one knows, risky. Second time, everyone sees it. Like, dang, man. Clearly they are showing that they can't, the sellers cannot break this all-time low. And it's the second time now, right? So the sellers relent after that second low. And you get, sometimes, not always, most of the time you don't. You get price action like this. Look at the volume that came into, of course, all-time highs on volume, up 24% today. 20 million volume and an average volume over 10 days, 11.89. So huge, like double the volume today. But you know what? It'll probably happen, man. It'll probably just manifest into, wow, I didn't even go back here. Wow. Probably manifest into a lower high What this price action did, I have no idea. Like, what can we say? If we look at overhead resistance, I mean, I see one maybe from at 420. I see some swing lows and a swing high at 366. And man, this one really, really choppy, dude. But I guess that's your upside potential, 368 to 421 from here. So there's not too much left. I mean, this is a huge, like, this is like where no one on this stream should be looking to own this, to buy this now. Like, that'd be crazy. That's insane. You're looking to buy literally at these levels I'm talking about, because you're so close to getting stopped out, minimal losses, and it's strategic. It doesn't really matter if you lose. But you to go long now, I mean, think about it, so easily on something like this, you could have a 30% down day, and then the next day it's up 20% after that. It's getting volatile, high volume, 142% in like 7 days. Hands off. But congrats if you longed at 122, 135. That's phenomenal. And that is testament to traditional technical analysis. You applied that to a chart I've never seen before, and it worked out well for you. Like, I guarantee you, though, if you were like requesting this October 23rd, nothing's changing. I'm saying the same thing that I'm saying now. Like, yeah, dang, dude, they're confirming that the sellers are confirming that there's just not enough of them. There's too much demand here, and that's the second time locally, and the second time majorly. Okay. Thanks, dude. Anyway, all right, so I'll Bitcoin's looking fine, just fine. I hope you have stacked your sats long before this 20% markup in less than 2 weeks, because the party's not done at all by the looks of it. So I will just get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Be sure to join the Discord if you have not. That is a great way. If you truly have watched this stream and you want to get your feet wet into traditional technical analysis, you want to learn, joining the Discord, the free Discord, is, I think, a great way to start, because we have educational resources tab that shows just the source material. It's free to access, and that is where one could begin if they truly wanted. Plus, you're like connected to a community that's what we care about in my community. 15,000 members, right? It's just in that Discord. We talk about charts. We're pretty based. You know, we know what's going on. We know that there's a shadow government that is ruling the West right now. They've infiltrated all of our governments, all of them. Poland officially is the most recent one. Yep, rip Poland. Okay, so I'll just be back. Thanks for watching. Until next time, respect, TA.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Won't let it go. You went too far. You crossed the line. Give it time. Time. Give it time. While I heal, beating on my broken heart. Another day.
Gentlemen in the mix.
My name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
I don't know, sir.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.